To bumper, we love them old cars.
Jacob, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Good, good.
Just good or very good?
Very good.
Good, and we had to get that out of you. Now, we've got a Honda CRX 1990 here that you're actually doing a space frame for, and you're manufacturing this car from scratch. Tell me a little bit about the car.
Yeah, like you said, a Honda CRX. We always liked them back in high school. They were quite popular back then. They've got a bit of a cult following. People who have them seem to love them, and decided we wanted to build a car sort of 2 or 3 years ago, and thought it'd be a good shape to begin with. It's quite aerodynamic, low roof height, and we sort of decided we probably might want to do a front wheel drive just for safety and for sort of ease of manufacture, I guess.
All right, now, what made you go from rather buying an existing car for the 2 litre class and actually then manufacturing a car yourself?
Well, I sort of wanted the challenge of building the car, possibly even more than running it. I just have a lot of ideas, and you want to see if they're going to work and get them out there. And so far so good, but it's a long way to go yet. I just had a bit of an idea. I sort of researched different suspension types and sort of worked out what I thought I wanted, and then roughly packaged it and laid it out. And then one of my friends is quite good at calculating suspension geometry, so he sort of did the detail work and shuffled the points around a bit.
Yeah.
But it's all worked out all right. I wasn't too far off to begin with.
All right, so going from a concept to a drawing phase and then actually then into the actual build itself, have you been able to apply that?
Yeah, so most of the car up to this point I roughed out in CAD, which has helped a lot because the packaging's come up quite well. Yeah, and just tried a lot of different ideas in CAD so you come up with something that looks about right. And then we've been able to make them all ourselves here. Sort of quite rough methods, no real jigs, but just a lot of measurements and laying things out on the bench, and it's worked so far.
Now, a lot of welding going on in here as well.
Yeah, my brother's a welder. I'm not much of a welder, so he's done all the welding, and he has good days and bad days, but he's gone all right.
All right. So how long are you into the build process so far?
Yeah, so 2.5 years. Sort of goes in stages a bit. You sort of push hard for a couple of months and then don't get much done for the next couple of months, but I'd expect probably at least another year to 2 years before we get it on track.
All right. Now, when you get it on track, what will the car finish be, engine-wise, transmission and so on? Yeah,
so it's got a K20 out of an Integra Type R, that's the motor, with the 6-speed gearbox. We've sort of built up the gearbox out of a few different Honda gearboxes to make a bit of a close ratio box, and then with a shorter final drive. We tried to run a lot of OEM stuff just to save money, so it's got a lot of Nissan GTR brakes and uprights in the front, and then sort of S15 brakes in the back, and Evo 8 wheels on it. Just a lot of bodywork to go.
All right, now a lot of it you're doing in-house. What's your budget for this type of build?
We've probably spent about 16 to get to this point, and I reckon we'll have to spend at least that much again by the time we get the ECU and the computer, and the ECU and the dash and a few other bits and pieces. And it'll probably blow out a bit more from there, just because things always do. But so it seems like a bit of money, but when you stretch it out over 4 years, it's not as bad. No,
but obviously you're going from a different way in which to do it, because you like the technical side of things to actually build the car. Because you talk mainly about building the car rather than actually driving the car as well. So that's where you're getting the passion for in regards to the process that you're going through. Who actually is going to drive the car?
I hope to have a steer at some stage, but I'm not really much of a driver.
You might be a bit tall.
Oh no, I've made it so I fit.
You fit it?
Yeah.
You're not silly.
Got the fat boy seat in there, so I'll be right. I think my brother will do most of the steering. He's quite a good steerer. Done quite a lot, so I think he'll run well in it, although he's a bit nervous about front wheel drive.
Well, I hope that you two don't fight over it in regards to who's driving.
Yeah.
Is he smaller or taller?
A bit shorter.
No, so you'll get him.
Yeah, he'll be right. The initial plan was to build it sort of reliably enough and easy enough to maintain that we could just take it out just for track days, and if a lot of my family members do a bit of racing, so get them out in it. That was the initial plan. So,
because the funny thing is, you're building it with your brother and your father as well, so it's a family event as well.
Yeah, I really didn't want to just be stuck down here on my own, just
in the shed.
So it's been good. It's a real family affair, and the old man loves it, and drag the brother down here, and even the nephews get involved and help out where they can. So it's been really good.
That's great. And how the 2 litre Sport Sedan Club help you along that way as well?
Yeah, they're really good. It's a great club to be a part of, and everyone's very open with ideas and keen to help out. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
So how do you think that this car will go once it's on the track? How do you think it will go competing against some of the other cars?
Yeah, I have nightmares about that. But,
Well, it keeps you up at night.
yeah, no.
It's not even finished yet, mate.
Yeah, so the front wheel drive, there's not as many of those out there, but I think at the power levels we're making under 2 litres, it could be competitive, and just it's allowed us to sort of focus on the aerodynamics a bit more. You've got a bit more room in the back for the diffuser and a few other things, so I think it should be competitive if we make a bit of grunt as well.
Now, you're a young fellow in this sport, I suppose. What has attracted you to the 2 litre class?
It's just all the different concepts, and I guess the openness of the rules. You can really, it's quite unrestricted, so you can really try out new things, and just a lot of different concepts and ideas that are ultimately quite similar in speed on track. So it's quite interesting from a technical and building point of view.
So I think that you're quite innovative in what you're doing then, because obviously you love that technical aspect of the build itself.
Yeah, that's sort of what I enjoy the most, and getting together with the other under 2 litre guys and just discussing some ideas and different ways of doing things.
All right, so you've got probably another 2 to 3 years to finish off this car?
Yeah, I think it will be that long, yep.
All right, Jacob, well, I want to say best of luck on it. I hope it all works out for you, and thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks.